In order to even make a cake, you first need to have a cake box. So we decided to buy Funfetti cake because it's super fun and the most tasty kind of cake. Nowadays, cake boxes often give you two types of recipe options. One is the healthy option, which is the egg white recipe. Then you need 4 egg whites. This, when you're beating the eggs, you only put in the egg whites, you don't use the yolks. The other recipe is the least healthy one, but it's the one that me and Shannon like the best. That is the whole egg recipe, and that you use 3 whole eggs. So you'll see later when we're beating the eggs, we use the whole egg, the egg white, and the yolk. The first step of making a cake is making sure you have all the ingredients. For this cake, we needed to make sure we actually had the cake mix. That's the Pillsbury cake mix box. We also needed the matching frosting, eggs, vegetable oil, and Pam for the spread.
Okay, every time you bake a cake, we have to preheat the oven. So on the back of this box, you check the temperature, and this one's 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So we come over to our oven, bake, 350. Okay, now we're going to grease the pan using Pam, and this is so that the cake batter doesn't stick to the pan when we take it out later. So point it away, make sure you get the edges so the sides don't stick, and that's all.
To start, you want to pour all of the mix into the bowl, and you never want to throw out the box until all the way when you're done cooking, because you always need to look at the recipe on the back.
Okay. After we empty our mix, we are going to add oil and water. So let's see how much water. We're going to use 1 cup of water. So we take our measuring cup and put it flat on the table so that you get an accurate measurement. And we're going to fill it up to 1.
Do you guys see that? How it's all the way at 1? It's really important to put it flat, and you can lower your head like this and look and see that it's at 1.
Okay, so we're going to pour in our water, and then we're going to take our vegetable oil and we're going to do 1/3 of a cup. So we're going to do this measure and pour 1/3 of a cup and pour it into the mix.
That's the timer. It means the oven's ready for the cake whenever we're done cooking. So for this recipe, we're going to use 3 whole eggs. So to crack the egg, it's all in the rest. So you just flick it and you break it apart and you let the whole thing in. Now these shells, we don't need them anymore. So we throw them away. And if you look, there's no shells left. So you have to do that 3 times. 2, we'll just put that there, and 3. The next most important step with the eggs is the beating. So you have all the eggs in one bowl, and you use a fork, or some people have a whisk if they're really fancy, and they just go around, and they want to get the yolk all mixed in so it's a solid yellow color.
Okay, so this is what our eggs should look like when we're done beating them. Everything is yellow, and the egg white and the yolk are mixed together perfectly. Looks good to me. Time for our next step. Okay, now we're going to take the eggs that we beat, and we're going to pour it into the mixing bowl where we have the cake mix and the oil and the water. Then we have to stir this, get everything mixed together until moistened.
Oh man, my arm is getting really tired. But it looks like we're all done. See how there's no more bubbles, or it's really smooth? I think I'm gonna have to take a bite out of it. That bite was really yummy. Now we're gonna take our grease pan that Shannon greased so well. And we're gonna pour all of our mixed batter right in there. See this? And you have to make sure that you pour it in evenly. Now I changed pouring utensils so that I can really get every last drop of the mix. I'm scraping around to get every last bit.
Okay, now we have to take out our box again. It's time to put the cake in the oven, so check the size of your pan. We're using 13 by 9 inches, so we're going to do 36 minutes in the oven. Now, you have to make sure you're using oven mitts or something so we don't burn ourselves. Okay, now we're going to take it to the oven. Okay, we're taking this, we're going to put it down in the oven. I'm going to open the oven. Woo! It is hot in there. Okay. So we're going to put it right down here on the bottom. And then we're going to set our timer for 36 minutes. Okay, I'm just putting my oven mitts on. Our cake is about to be ready any second. There's the timer. Let's check it out. Okay, so now I'm just going to check on the cake. You would take a toothpick, a fork, a knife, anything, and we're just going to poke in the middle of the cake to see if anything comes out on the fork, to see if the cake is done baking. So we'll pull it out a little. Oh, clean, perfect. So let's take it out. Okay, now a really important step, make sure you turn your oven off. We don't want any fire starting.
This is it. We finished making the cake.
We even put some sprinkles on with our funfetti icing.
Looks great, doesn't it, Shannon?
It looks really good.
I can't wait to eat
excited.
it. And what about this? What's this?
The perfect thing to go with cake. Some vanilla ice cream.
Ours is especially great. Can't wait.
Thanks for watching.